What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am the Mitten, and today I have some gameplay and a review of the Hemlok BFR assault rifle. It's the second assault rifle you unlock. I think it's level 13 or 14. A few things that I wanted to talk about is I only have 2 assault rifles unlocked, which is the very first one that you get, and this one. The gameplay that you're saying, I briefly used it, maybe like 1 or 2 games. I had it like level 6 or 5 or something like that, so it wasn't like far up there in levels, so I was still getting used to it. And this guy's camping on this rooftop with his LMG, which is just wonderful, just such a great experience. And notice I get pretty upset with that because I hate campers. However, yeah, this weapon's a mid to long range weapon, so you do have to kind of stay back a little bit with it. I have been mobile with it, but sometimes it struggles in extreme close quarters battles. Just because it's not intended for that use. So even if you were to hit fire it, there's no guarantee you're going to win that firefight. If they have an SMG, they're going to probably outgun you. So I have to say, overall, when it comes to assault rifles, looking at the stats, it does 75 damage. The first assault rifle does 55. The single shot or semi-auto rifle after this does 90 damage, but it has a lot less fire rate. And then the last assault rifle does, I think it does 75 damage or 70 damage, but it has a lot less fire rate. So I'm thinking overall this weapon is probably by far the best because it has 80 for fire rate. You can look at the stats in game. It's 80 for fire rate, 65 for range, and that's all the assault rifle, so it has good range. It has a little bit less accuracy than like 1 or 2 of the weapons, but it has great damage and great fire rate. It paired together, this is a very versatile weapon for pretty much any situation, and I highly recommend it to anybody. I really like it. It's very smooth. That's why I want to make another thing of gameplay with it, but not a review, just another thing of gameplay with it, because it's really truly good. Once you get the hang of it, once you get past that minimal learning curve that comes with this particular weapon, you can really destroy people. Like look at that range of that right there, that particular kill. If you amp it, I think it's 1 burst, and you can take your enemies out. 1 or 1.5 bursts. I haven't tested that. I'm not going to do like mathematical statistics or any of that crap on this weapon. I'm just going to go by how it plays in the game. That's what I'm going off of, and my experiences with it. This game was like so early on, I really was still getting familiar with this weapon. Obviously there's no excuse, but I was still getting familiar with the weapon. I was still in that learning phase of the weapon, so I wasn't doing it as well as I was doing later. This weapon is actually, as of right now, I got it up to level 17 because there's pilot like levels, and there's also like weapon levels, and I'm at 17 with this weapon. It's not that hard to do. You just get kills, and you can play bounty hunt, and you can get a lot of kills with it and really level your weapon. But I prefer playing pilot versus pilot because that really shows the skills based on combat with other players, not just Titans, because Titans are kind of like, you won't see the full the whole thing of the weapon, how it functions. And pilot versus pilot, you will see that whole entire function and how well this weapon does. I really like this weapon. However, sometimes it seems like this is really dumb what just happened right now. I actually die here because I'm an idiot and I reloaded. But a lot of times, like a lot of people, it's really based on preference. All weapons in this game are based on preference and your play style. I like something that does more damage because that's that much less effort that I have to put in when it comes to being that precise. However, I am pretty decently accurate with it. I like to do mid to long range engagements and everything with this weapon. Occasionally, close range engagements as well. But I really like this weapon just because, I mean, look at that. Just boom, right there, done. And then right there, I mean, you can see that even in close quarters, it doesn't do too bad. But you spam that button because I'm used to fully automatic weapons, and so I spam that like trigger button like a crazy psycho. And yeah, and right over here, I think you get to see like a few kills, maybe. I don't remember because like I'm making a commentary over the actual gameplay. But overall, I have to say it's a great weapon. I highly recommend it. You can pair it with I forgot the name of the class, but it's the Pulse Blade. I think that's what it's called, where you see the thing and then you use the boost amp. When you amp that weapon, it becomes a literal beast, and you can destroy and just run shit with this weapon. So I strongly recommend anybody that really wants to try a good weapon, you know, and have, you know, a little bit easier when it comes to, I don't know, like some players are more skilled, I guess, with other weapons, because that's just it's almost like it's like their career. Almost, it seems like they're just really good with certain shit. Me, I'm not the best in the world, so I like to use a weapon in Titanfall 2 that involves a little bit more damage, because that gives me just a little bit of oomph, that extra little punch that you need just in case you have your oh fuck moment. You know, that's what I call it. So instead of you being extremely precise and just know what to do exactly at that moment, you don't have to have that moment. You don't have to struggle at all. You just, I think I die here, I don't know. You basically go out and you can encounter a sticky situation, and you can most often fight your way out of it, just because this weapon has such a significant amount of damage, and there's only one weapon in this class of weapons, which is assault rifles, that has more damage. And it's only by what, really not that much, but it's a semi-auto sniper, or semi-auto rifle. So difference, you have still a great fire rate on this weapon. The only thing that could really hurt this weapon is if they decided to nerf it and drop the fire rate. I remember in Titanfall they had a weapon like this, and its biggest struggle was that it didn't have enough fire rate. So I'm glad that this is a similar weapon to it, or if not the same weapon, and it has a greater fire rate. So it gives, you know, that burst weapon the ability to compete against the fully automatic weapons. If you're going up against the SMG, obviously you will struggle. I think I've mentioned that before, especially in very closely, tightly knitted spots. I don't know why I go up there, but I die. It's kind of sad and pathetic. But anywho, I am Demitten. This is my little review. I strongly recommend this weapon. I really, really like it. It's a good weapon. It does good damage. It has great fire rate. All weapons have this. Well, all the assault rifles have the same range. It has 24 rounds in its magazine. Overall, it's a good weapon. It's very versatile. That's what I would call it. But anywho, I'm Demitten. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. If you want, hit that like button, subscribe, and definitely leave me a comment about the video and what I could potentially do more to bring more content into this channel. And that would pretty much be it. Hopefully y'all have a wonderful day, and I'm gonna go play some more Titanfall.